Hey there, so today I want to return with another entertaining story from that wonderful world of anime. It's interesting, too, that the wonderful world of anime and voice actors, the entertainment here is not something that they present where they're doing voice acting. No, it's their real life endeavors. For months, we saw certain people go out and try to burn a guy's life down. I will include some of that at the end of the video if you've never heard anything about this. And well, we're finally seeing the fruits of those endeavors. If you have not caught up at all on the Vic Mignogna situation, you should, because essentially months are spent burning down a guy's reputation and occupation to the point that the guy responds with, well, litigation, because he has to. I mean, you get to that point where he has to. You have 4 people that are involved in that, or well, 4 people are companies. You have the company, of course, Funimation. You have Ron Toy. You have Monica Rial, and then you have Jamie Marchi here. Now, Jamie Marchi has been quite entertaining in that because Jamie Marchi, she's a really hard one to pin down. In fact, if you go back and you review other videos on this source, this stuff is quite entertaining because it sounds like she has done her best to avoid getting served. You can see, like, the first attempt where there was a knock on her door, person goes back to their car, but there's somebody at the window. So they go back and knock, ring the doorbell, they don't get an answer, but the defendant's car is at the house. They do that more, then they see deliveries and on. It sounds like someone trying to avoid, but of course, there's no way that that person is avoiding them at all. Then we get to the fact that, well, we have delivery substituted. You can see that filled out here where basically you have this placed in a plastic bag, so you get a document there. You have it zip tied to a door, so they'll actually get it. It won't go anywhere. It won't have any problems with the elements, and yeah, it's delivered here. You can see the picture very clearly on that too. You can make out a lot of details to the door as well. Plus, of course, this is an actual court document, so you have Exhibit A added. Now, Jamie Marchi has been adding to this lately by trying to say things like, well, 50% of the doors in my area, they look just like that. How do you know that's me? In fact, when we get down to it, what if they zip-tied the wrong house? Now, this, if it's trolling, I guess it's trolling. If you want to turn that into a laugher out there, yeah, great stuff. But this, even throwing it out like that, is sending out the wrong messages to people who have no idea what's going on. Someone tried to zip tie your door shut. Oh my God, Jamie, are you being harassed there? What kind of monster would come at you like that? Why would somebody want to harass you to that level? It's part of that victim statement. It's part of this thing that they've been building up over and over again. And of course, they revel in. They absolutely revel in the misinformation. They say that other people pass along, but of course, yeah, they do. They definitely pass along themselves. Oh my God, Jamie, are you all right out there? What the wrong is some of these people out there? Oh my God. Now, of course, like I said, even with trolling, that's great, but you're spreading misinformation. You're telling people, that's not me. That's not my door. That can't be happening to me at all, even though clearly it is. Al Valentine posted this, and I thought it was a really good look at the old door versus the new one, where you can see marks here. So you see those clearly. You see that mark here. And if you go in and you look at this, you see the marks here and here. You can clearly make out the same marks on those pictures. So yeah, if that's your trolling, it's not even good trolling. You should go out and at least, take a picture of someone else's door if you're going to play that. But of course, later on, if you actually tried to utilize that as a defense, it would blow up in your face. So of course, it's all going to be called trolling no matter what, right? And of course, it's been interesting watching how this has been spun. how this is going forward. She's proven she's not trying to hide from anything. The court didn't accuse her of hiding. No, they just provided a substitute form. What's funny, though, is somebody, it sounds like, was indeed hiding from being served. It sounds like they didn't want to get those papers. They were saying, yeah, I've been at this place basically, I guess, for weeks, not being at home, even though their vehicle is at home, people are there. But yeah, the court didn't say that. YouTube people didn't say that she was at home dodging it. It just very much sounds like she's been trying to dodge that. And she's actually been pushing that narrative too. I mean, if you look at your mom got served now, I mean, all of this stuff, again, trying to make light of what happened. And what happened, well, that's the worst part of this. I mean, if we go back and we look at some of these statements out here, yeah, I want his head. I want his hmms. I want him to feel an ounce of the pain he's caused others and then effing choke on it. I want you to take his D out of your ears so you can actually hear reality. But that's just me. You're performing to thousands of people sometimes. This is a comment after the fact. This is something that you threw in that wasn't part of a main conversation, and it got that much attention. So you were talking about tens of thousands of people just seeing these. The embedded tweets alone for that would get well over 10,000 people that saw this here, and God knows how many people that ended up going to. You see this idea too of, oh my God, look, they're misrepresenting me. They're saying that what I'm saying out here, yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying any of that stuff at all. I'm not wanting to hurt anybody. Just to be clear, even the person I'm talking about here, saying is a garbage tier human being, I'm not going after them either. I'm just trying to show their quote-unquote tactics, because they spread misinformation. They lie about things all of the time, right? Now, what was interesting, of course, is Jamie had an article that came out talking about everything that transpired. Now, of course, I'm only putting part of it here, and I'm going to paraphrase what's here because I'm not going to read it through. Basically, though, she says that I was at the lobby of my job when I was approached by a coworker. He was creepy there, but oh well, I always felt like I had to be nice to him because... So we said hello, he put his fingers in my hair, but that's normal, because this is an affectionate industry. It's normal that people touch you. It's normal that people hug a lot, and we give kisses on the cheek. Now that should be telling to a lot of people out there too, because of what was said about what these people do. Oh my God, assault hugs. Oh my God, assault kisses. And yet right here, you have the industry itself talked about, and you have hugs, kisses, touching, affection, all brought up. But then after that, she said he grabbed her hair close to the root, preventing her from moving her head. Then he jerked his fist, yanking their head backwards and toward him and whispering something sexual in her ear. Now from that, of course, she dismissed it. She dismissed it all because that wasn't that big of a deal So, when you think about that, you have claims that cannot be substantiated. There's no way to go back and to prove this ever happened. Several years ago, You also have the guy thinking that he's going to be able to get his life back. He's going to be able to basically say, hey, if I ever did anything to offend you folks, I apologize for it. But that wasn't enough. Of course, you had people out there calling for, well, you saw what they were saying. They weren't calling for his job. They were calling for other things. They were calling for, in the most literal sense, for someone to be harmed. Because this, in current year, this is a battle cry. This is a mantra that says, I want to do damage. So yeah, when you're posting all of this garbage, it doesn't mean anything anymore. This is just the aftermath. the afterglow of what you did? Aren't you reveling in it? So yeah, Jamie Marchi has been out promoting this idea that none of this stuff is real. YouTubers, when they talk about it, they're all wrong. People reading court documents, they're all wrong. None of this stuff actually transpired. Her going out and her getting those attempts to serve, yeah, this stuff, it isn't real either. This is all make-believe. It's all fiction to be talked about. And it's going to be interesting to see when these papers actually end up leading to a courtroom, how all of that carries forward. When she's actually repped by a lawyer, when you actually see someone come in that could tell her, hey, maybe this isn't the best way to move forward, maybe making jokes about something where, again, you call for this kind of thing. Maybe that's probably not the best move there. It'll be interesting. You would think that would be the smart way to go, but then again, you do have Monica and Ron doing the same kind of stuff. So anyhow, like I said, when you see this stuff, when you see the misinformation too that's promoted with it, where people think she's actually being attacked, it's annoying. But you tell me what you think about all of this stuff. If you like this kind of content too, make sure that you're subbed. Make sure that you hit that bell for daily notifications. And if you want to go further, check out the links in the description. One of those is The Case of the Littlest Umbrella. All ages, Lovecrafty, and extravaganza, plus one other comic book attached to that. We have basically a message that's adhered to that too. It's we can do our own thing. Because when these professionals, when they go out and they betray you enough, when they take your industry in a direction you don't even recognize, maybe, just maybe, you need to offer the products that you want. Maybe you have to replace those people. That's what we've been aiming for in comics. That's what we should be aiming for in other fields too. If these people, they forget their consumers, well, remind them exactly who you are. But let me know what you think about this stuff. Like I say, about this whole little tale, about all of the service and on, because I think it's kind of funny. And I think it's funny the way this is being presented. And if this is trolling, it's some of the most cringy crap I have ever seen. If it's them actually trying to present something that even smells like reality, that's even worse. But you tell me what you think about it. Ending this too, I want to thank you for showing up. You make endeavors possible. While these people forget consumers, I want to remember that. I want to thank you each time. So ending this, thank you. I appreciate you, and we'll do it again soon. Thanks.